Alright, let's begin with the LILYYW base in the shade Rumour and my Sigma S15 brush, which is actually from their skincare collection, but it puts this base in and blends it so quickly, so I love it. Now I'm jumping into my Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe, and I'm going to take the black shade Abyss on the Sigma E36 brush to start mapping out the winged shape I want. Okay, so as you can see, I placed this in the fold, which I often do with my darker shades, and I'm beginning to wing out the eyeshadow in the rough shape that I want the look to go into. Now diving into the next darker shade, which is Soda Pop on their Fearless Cosmetics Me3 brush, to just start blending the black in. Black can be really hard to blend in perfectly, that's why I have taken a shade that's dark but not quite as dark as black. Now I'm taking this nude shade, which is Silk Cream, on the Zoeva 128 brush, just to add that final little blend to the outside to perfect it. This is a lot easier than trying to perfect the blend with a black or a cool tone shade. So yeah, this is definitely a tip of mine, just to use a nude shade. Now I'm just taking a flat blending brush with the black to connect the lower lash line to the top of the wing that we've already made. And then I use my Morphe sponge with just a nude powder or a powdered foundation, translucent powder, to clean up the cut line, and this will just ensure that as you blend out the rest now, it won't fall into that area. So just on my Sigma E25 brush now, I've taken the black to start placing this all over the lid and blending that in to that fold line that I'd already worked on previously. Now I'm just taking my Maybelline gel liner to put this on the upper and lower waterlines, just to make the eye look really black. Now I'm just taking my copper pigment in Vegas Lights from Makeup Geek, as well as the Morphe liquid eyeshadow in Popping. I'm placing the liquid eyeshadow down first because it's wet, and then using that as a base for my pigment. This just helps grip it and I think make it a little bit more shiny. Okay, so now I just went back in with a little bit of a second layer of the pigment, and then I'm going to start putting the same steps on the lower lash line in the same position. Even if you think your pigment looks well blended in, it's always good to grab the shade that's around it, which in this case is black, using a small brush to just pat the black over the edges of the pigment, just to really make sure it's blended. Now I'm just taking the copper pigment and just drawing a line where you would cut out a halo eye. So instead of, cutting it out with a concealer, this time I'm just making the same kind of shape with a glitter line. So this took me time and I didn't film it well. But remember, after you put the liner on, it looks a bit messy. I just went in with a little brush and wiped any excess glitter away and made it into that line. Then I took my Olivia lashes in the style Kim, which I seem to use every time. And that is the look done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you learn a little bit more about winged eyeshadow, because I know it can be really hard, let alone hard working with black. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.